Hello everyone. My topic is law of supply and demand in the subject of managerial economics. What is the law of supply and demand? The law of supply and demand combines two fundamental economic principles describing how changes in the principle of a resource commodity of product affect its supply and demand. As the price increases, the supply rises while the demand decreases. Conversely, as the price drops, supply constant while demand grows. The level of supply and prices can be plotted on the graph as curve. The intersection of this curve marks the equilibrium or market clearing price at which demand equals supply and represents the process of price discovery in the marketplace. Meaning of demand in economics. In economics, the word demand simply refers to the quanti quantity of a commodity which consumers or buyers are willing and to buy at a given price and time. Demand is obviously not the same as the term what or need. To an economist, what and need are just mere design for a commodity. This, this, this desire is not backed up with the willingness, the ability to pay for it. The law of demand in economics. The law of demand states that all things being equal, the higher the price, the lower the quantity of the goods that will be demanded, or the lower the price is higher the quantity of the goods will be demanded. This law is often regarded at the first law of demand and supply. It is simply means that when the price of the commodity is high in the market, very few quantitatives or quantities of it will be demanded by the consumers and vice versa. Having explained the meaning and demanded and the law of demand with various examples, we will now discuss the various factors that affect the demand and supply in the economics. Factors that affect demand in economics. The price of the services and goods. The most important influence on the quality demanded of the any commodity is its price. All the commodities are competing for the limited income of households. The price of other goods and services. Since all the commodities are competitive to the best in every household, some of the commodities competing more directly or observably with one another than others. Changes in the prices of other goods will affect the quantitatives of the particular commodities purchased. A change in the real income. The household incomes play a large a, part, a large part of determining the qualities and the types of goods and services that are purchased. Normally, a rise in income may lead to increase in the quantity or the quality of the goods purchased, and it may lead to a purchase of the goods which were previously considered out of reach to the consumers. The taste, fashion and preferences of the consumer. Taste and fashions change from time to time. These days, advertisement has compelling pressure and influence on the buying of the habits and population. Whether the climate varies in whether to climb and the climate or season may affect the demand for goods such as raincoats, rain boots, ice creams, and soft drinks. Government policy. The policy over the consumption of some goods may discourage the demand of them. Meaning of supply. In a simple language, supply is the quantity of commodities which a procedure is willing and able to offer for the sales a particular price and at a particular period of time. It can also be said to be the quantity of the commodities which producer are willing and able to sell as a given price over a period of time. The law of supply in economics. Just like a demand, the law of supply states that all things being equal, the higher and the price, the higher and the quantity of the commodity that will be supplied, or the lower the price, the lower the quantity of the commodity that will be supplied. This law is referred as the second law of demand of supply. Below is the another awesome video that can help you to understand the meaning of law of supply. Factor that affect the supply of goods in economics. The price of commodity. As a general rule, more of the commodities will be supplied as a higher price than the lower price. The favorable price includes the greater supply of commodity. The prices or other commodities. The supply of the commodities will be affected if the price or other commodities rise. This is because of the increase of the prices of the other commodities will attracted the encourage more production, and commodities are the less production of the commodities whose price has fallen or has remained the same. Changes in the cost of the production. If the producer has to pay more of its factor, the production he will change a higher price for the final product in the other to cover its cost of production. The natural disasters or some other categories. The plague of the insect, flood, drought, fire, war, or epidemic will affect the supply of commodities in the poultry industry, for example, in a common occurrence. Government policies. The government policies. The particular on the taxation can affect the conditions of supply. For example, it is an poultry farming equipment and the poultry products will cause a decrease, while the subordinate given to the poultry farmers in the terms of free importations of the requirement and the poultry feed will affect an increase in the supply of eggs. Entry of new firms. If there is a free entry into the industry or market, it will be generally result in the increase of supply. When for example new poultry farmers join the industry, more eggs will be available for sale.